Hello and welcome to Minecraft Vault Hunters, a mod pack by Iscal85, where you basically run a load of vaults, which are these like randomly generated dungeons, and you get a load of loot, you level up, and you just keep progressing through it. It's a mod pack, so there's loads of other mods, but to unlock them you have to sort of get a load of loot from the vault, and that includes like a bunch of talents and stuff. So like these are abilities you can use in the vault to help you like loot faster, mine faster, whatever. Then these are your talents, which are really cool, passive abilities. And then finally the mods themselves. Super cool mod pack, super hyped to get started. But first I'm going to have to find a village, because to actually unlock the ability to play the vaults, you need to first reach the end. And easiest way to do that? Find a village, kidnap some villagers, and get everything you need. So I'm just going to gather some materials, get started, and find a village. Okay, to start, I got myself some resources, some stone, some coal, that sort of thing. I then eventually found a village. It was in a nearby savannah, not too far away at all, really. And I began looting it. I took all the hay, the beds. I even decided to use my first skill point, and I got Vein Miner. This was just to help me pick up the hay bales and later on mine some stone and stuff. I picked up some of the workstations, and then, thanks to the Easy Villagers mod, which allows you to just pick up villagers, I took a load of them. So that's fun. There are other things to that mod, but you have to unlock those using knowledge star points, but we'll get to that much later. Once I was done with that, killed an iron golem just to get the iron, and then the sun was going down, so I slept. The next day, I found where I wanted to set up my starter base. Alright, this looks as good a place as any to set up on this hill by the lake. Few waterholes to fill in, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, looks quite nice. Plenty of trees around and stuff. I'm actually going to get my first ability here. Not my first, my second. The dash ability. Well, I'm going to be using it a lot in the vault especially. And I can show it off here by jumping up on this hill. And it's really cool. Boom. I did forget about the fall damage, but that's fine. There is an ability that negates fall damage, so I'll get that as soon as I can. So yeah, let's do this. I'm going to set up a little temporary base up here, and then we can get started on our proper starter base. I got to work chopping some trees. Oak and birch. With that, I built my little starter house. It's just a birch log house with some oak trim. I tried something with the trapdoors. I didn't like it. I quickly removed it, and yeah, we won't talk about that. I left the ones on the bottom, like the foundation trapdoors. I don't know if I like that. I'm not really a builder, but I have fun trying, so that's the main thing. Inside, it was just a stone floor and a slightly short ceiling so that I could have an attic, which I intended to put some villagers in. These villagers I wanted to use to breed up, so I threw some beds into the attic with them, and then I went and made them some bread. So yeah, I just threw some bread at them and left them to their own devices. Occasionally I would come in, I would take one of their children, and I would move it out so that it could grow up somewhere else. This seemed like a pretty easy, simple way to get a load of villagers, and it worked. Yay for the Easy Villagers mod. I then went mining to get some resources for the actual village hall that I wanted to build. When I was mining, I found a ravine that went down to the deep slate layer. So I went and mined some deep slate until my pickaxe broke, which honestly did not take long. I think it was like 3 hits with my pickaxe, and it smashed, so that was useful. But I got enough to do what I wanted, and I got to work on my little villager trading hall. I used some soapstone pillars to mark out the actual building itself, and then I wanted the walls to be made out of marble, so we had that contrast between the black and the white. I got some wheat for my villagers so that they could keep breeding, and then I carried on. I made the walls out of marble vertical slabs to add a little bit of depth. really it's just a temporary thing so that I can get a load of enchanted bucks, really, and resources so that I can quickly get to the end. And if I die, I have a relatively easy manner of gearing up again. So that worked okay. It did not take too long to set up, really. Inside, it was just a load of cells, trapping them in basically between a separator, which is a slab with a stair in front of it, a workstation, which, like, you know, the composter there for the farmers, and a barrel atop the head. Very easy to get the villagers in with the Easy Villagers mod, and I thought that worked quite well. I did actually run out of room when moving some of the librarian villagers in. So for those, what I did was I actually doubled them up, as you can see here. Yeah, that is quite chaotic, but it works. I got all the enchanted bucks I need, I got all the emeralds I needed, and I managed to fully equip myself. One thing to note is that whilst wearing full diamond armor, my armor rating is at about half of its usual value for diamond armor, and that's because Vault Hunters nerfs vanilla armor, which is cool. They add their own armor in, which is much more effective and gets all sorts of perks. So this is really only temporary until you manage to reach, I think it's level 25 when you start getting into like proper vault gear and stuff. So, you know, fingers crossed we get to that fairly quickly. In the meantime, diamond will do, and I'll upgrade it to netherite when I manage to get some of that. But for the dragon fight, I don't really think it's necessary. Speaking of the nether, I found a little cave near my house, so I built a nether portal in that. Eventually, I want to upgrade that into like a little nether cave, as if the nether's creeping out of it. You know, lava, fire, all of that fun stuff. The nether spawn was really quite nice. All I had to do was make it up onto that ledge, which, as you can see, I failed at immediately. But once up, it was only a short walk to the fortress, which is basically just behind the portal. From there, it was just a matter of killing some blazes. I ran around, got a few blaze rods. I remembered at some point that I had a bow, and after that it became a little bit easier to catch those runaway blaze and stop them from just setting me on fire whilst being out of reach. At this point, it was time to head off to the end. I got some ender pearls from the cleric villager, and that was it. It was time to head off. The first Eye of Ender I threw broke, which was just typical. But it didn't take very long to actually find the Stronghold. I think it was only about 3 biomes across. I dealt with the lava, and despite having some trouble with the silverfish, I managed to get all the Eyes of Ender into the portal whilst still alive, and set myself up to jump straight in, basically. This was it. Point of no return. I did not bring a bed to set my spawn by the portal, so I really had to do this in one go. I did leave a waypoint just in case so I could find my way back. And the end fight, you know how the end fight goes. It's a lot of end crystals to shoot and a dragon to slay, all while trying to avoid looking at any endermen. That did happen a couple times, but it wasn't too much of an issue. The towers were quite easy to destroy, all apart from one, which, you know, gave me some trouble, especially when I pillared all the way up to it and then jumped off without actually hitting it, like a moron. But I got it in the end, and then I carried on and destroyed the last two. After that, it's just a matter of fighting the dragon. Come on, one more shot. One more shot. Another shot. What? Another one more shot. Yay! Okay. I've killed the dragon. That took a little longer than I wanted it to, but it wasn't so bad. It's okay. It seems to have stopped. Wonder what it was doing then. Flying around with the beams coming out of it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. End fight done. Experience gained. What else is there? Oh, dragon egg. I should get that, and I should probably get some shulker boxes. They're going to be pretty useful in the vault. So, I killed some shulkers. Grabbed some purple. Stole an elytra. Stole some potions, which are really useful inside the vault. I used my dash ability to fly with the elytra, got more potions, and another elytra, and then went home. Roll credits. No, only joking, we have to make the vault altar. That's the recipe. I've got the purple, so the diamond ore, I have some from some earlier mining. Satisfying. Obsidian, not too difficult, there's a lava pool nearby, and efficiency 5 makes surprisingly short work of obsidian. Especially with vein miner. And there's the vault altar. Beautiful. Now I need some blackstone for the vault portal. So, it's off to the Nether. I did have an encounter with a ghast. And he shot me in the face. I did get my revenge, but it took a couple shots since the first arrow seemed to just go right through him. And then it was down to the mines again in order to get some vault rocks. I got 2 and then headed back. Fortuning them, I got 6 vault rocks. It's important to say you can end up with none from an ore, so 6 is quite good. It's not too bad a recipe. Once that's built, I'll be able to enter my first vault, but that's going to be in the next episode. That's all from me for now. Next episode, I'm going to be running the vault, and I'm sorry this was so hectic. I wanted to blast through the early game in order to reach the vaults for the next episode. So now we've got the ability to actually run the vaults and play the mod pack instead of just, vanilla with the extra biomes. Things should calm down a bit, and the pace should slow down, at least in terms of how much I'm doing in one episode. So this was short, but just a blitz through vanilla Minecraft, basically. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.